Hi everyone, it's Nala Martel.
Hey guys, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Our topic this week is going to be pity. So, we all know that kind of pity that we're talking about. It's the I'm so sorry comments that come up when you first tell someone about your diagnosis. And they're the kind of comments that really don't make us feel any better and sort of leave us without knowing what to say. But pity has many forms that it comes up in, and we just want to use this week to talk about that.
Yeah, I just recently had an experience at work where I'm slowly getting to know everyone in my office. And when I told a woman that I had a lung transplant, cystic fibrosis, I was immediately hit with, "Oh, you poor thing." And my personal reaction to that has always been anger. It makes me feel like they're talking down on me, and it makes me feel a little insignificant for sure. And I always have to remind myself that people are typically not coming from a bad place when they do this, and to kind of like in the moment learn to let that anger go right away and kind of like bring myself back to center and recognize where they're coming from.
Yeah. So, I think it's important for all of us to just think about how we respond individually to pity, whether it's the "I'm so sorry" comment or the "you poor thing" or whatever it is. It could just be like any form of comment in a conversation that you're met with. But for some of us, like Nell mentioned, we might really hate pity. For some of us, we may in fact crave pity because it makes us feel, taken care of, or maybe, makes us feel justified. Or some of us might even use pity to get stuff from other people. And
yeah, however you feel about it is totally okay.
Totally normal.
It's normal, it's how we deal with it, but it's just important to recognize whether it is hurting or serving you in the end. If you get if you enjoy attention of pity, there's, like we said, nothing wrong with it, but it might be good to identify possibly why you're enjoying that attention, and if you are, maybe there's a different way you can satisfy that need. A different outlet, something that isn't, maybe possibly hurting you a little bit.
Yeah, or if, in Nell's case, like she said, with maybe you're getting angry or you feel hurt by other people's comments that seem to be pitiful, just think about where that other person is coming from with their comments, and maybe, if it feels like someone is talking down to you, consider for, just pausing and thinking, well, do I talk down to you? Like, do I talk down to myself? And maybe this is just a manifestation of my insecurity coming forth.
Yeah, and like we always say, that story we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Comes up again and again.
Yeah, so pity, we all witness it, whether we are living with something life-threatening or not at all. And I think half of the time, it's probably a lot of times people don't know what else to say, and we have to maybe start sympathizing with that and thinking, oh, that's okay. They don't know what else to say, and letting it go and just letting it roll away.
Or even sometimes, if you feel comfortable enough with a person, once you get to know them, having a very honest conversation about how to address someone who they come across who might have your condition. That way, they're more prepared in the future when they meet someone again with a chronic illness or something they're struggling with. They'll know how to address it, because sometimes educating other people, like how are we supposed to expect people to know if they're never told? And again, we can do that in the most polite and respectable way, open communication, that in that kind of environment.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think this week let's just talk about we said, like, it's important for us all to think about how pity presents itself to us and how we deal with it. If you're someone who likes the attention of pity, just, this is a safe space. We want to explore what that feels
totally
like
normal.
for you. And if you, Nell might discuss how it makes her angry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so please share a comment below how you deal with pity, and, even if you have some tips or strategies in overcoming these kind of obstacles when you're out in the world, introducing and getting to know other people, that would be
helpful.
That would be definitely helpful. Yeah. So thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great week.
Bye.